All eyes are on the big GC names when it comes to yellow jersey contention, and the all-important fight for the overall victory in the 2015 edition of the Tour looms. But there are 4 riders who clearly stand out as favourites this year: Chris Froome, Alberto Contador, Nairo Quintana and Vincenzo Nibali. Kicking off with the rider from Team Sky who crashed out of last year's Tour, let's take a closer look at Chris Froome, who recently turned 30. The 2013 champion is looking to become the first British 2-time winner of the race, and team principal Dave Brailsford tells us that last year's crash won't affect Chris, adding that without being the defending champion, he has an opportunity again to go out and achieve something rather than being under pressure to defend. His strengths of course include time trialling and climbing, where we can expect to see his advantages at play, although with just one short individual time trial, the former will arguably have less impact than previous editions. Tinkoff Saxo's 32-year-old Alberto Contador had a similar story to Froome at last year's Tour, breaking his leg. He's also looking to return with a bang, but he's upped the challenge rating by already having contested and won the Giro d'Italia. For Contador, writing himself into the history books as the first rider this side of the millennium to pull off the Giro Tour double could be in reach. Director Sportif Stephen de Jong has told us that the 2014 crash has changed his mindset. He's mentally tough and will not crack easily. Cycling Weekly's Steve Puddicombe has described his climbing like salsa on a bike, and we're sure to see Contador dancing on those pedals once or twice during this Tour in pursuit of the yellow jersey. Movie stars Nairo Quintana is still just 25, proving his talent by finishing 2nd overall in his Tour debut in 2013. He wants to go one step further this year, and with his strengths as a climber, he's a worthy contender. So why does he thrive in the mountains? Well, firstly, he weighs under 60 kilograms, plus he grew up and lives in Colombia, where his parents' house sits above 3,000 meters. Expect to see him spinning up the slopes as the peloton tires. He's still young, but he could be among the best climbers this year. The final rider in our quartet is Astana's 30-year-old Vincenzo Nibali. He won last year, having held the yellow jersey for 19 days of the Tour and taking 4 stage victories. His rivals will be back this year after Froome and Contador were of course out after crashing during the 2014 edition of the race. He's not appeared to have the form of the other 3 so far this season, but perhaps his attentions are fully focused on reclaiming his title in Paris. But the excitement won't just come in the way of a GC battle. Looking at the green jersey contenders, we've of course got Etix's Quick-Step's Mark Cavendish, who's bagged a number of big wins already this season, proving why he's known as the Manx Missile. Giant Alpecin will be lining up with 27-year-old Marcel Kittel, who's well known for his lively sprint, but who has been out ill for much of the season. With a long-distance sprint to be envied, Katusha's Alexander Kristoff will no doubt be in the mix when it comes to bunched gallops. And last but certainly not least, we must give a mention to formidable all-rounder Tinkoff Saxo's Peter Sagan. Who have you got your eyes on this year? Join the conversation on Twitter using the handle @CyclingWeekly and tell us your Tour favourites.